sure hasn't been easy, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Yeah.
Well, what were some of the reasons that you wanted to get your own authority?
It's just there's no reason why you should be giving other people your money, what you're working for, when you could do it on your own. Yeah.
All right, Jose, man, it's great bumping into you. Thank you for coming up and saying hello. Tell us about the truck that you got here.
It's an 07 386.
Are you the first owner, or what's the ownership chain here?
I'm not the first owner. I actually don't know the other past owners of it. I bought it from a small dealer up in PA. Yeah.
How long have you had it?
I've had it for 2 years now.
All right, great. How's it done for you?
It's great so far.
All right, cool. So how long have you been trucking for?
I've done it for almost 8 years now.
Yeah? So out of the 8 years, what have you loved the most out of trucking?
Trucking, man, just seeing new places, driving, just being out on the road.
Yeah. Now, when we were chatting off camera a second ago, you mentioned that that home is in another country and you've been here for a certain amount of years. So where's home and how long have you been here for?
Puerto Rico, and now I've been here for 16 years, I want to say.
Yeah. That's awesome. So out of the places that you've gone, what's been the place that you've loved the most in terms of like geography?
I gotta say here down in Florida now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, why Florida?
It just reminds me back at home. Just takes me back.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. What do you got for an engine and transmission and all that kind of stuff?
So I have a Cummins ISX with an 18-speed, 336 rears.
What are you normally hauling?
Just anything that fits in that drive-in. Yeah, I'll pull it.
That's cool. Yeah. Have you had any crazy things that you've had to put in the drive-in that you wouldn't typically put in a drive-in? That you can talk about on camera?
Nope, not like that.
All right. Sometimes people will put like big forklifts or cars or all sorts of just weird things. I see things turn sideways in van trailers sometimes.
It happens for sure.
Whose visor is that?
I won't be able to tell you. I bought it from a small shop up in PA, yeah.
Okay. So when you got the truck, it had a lot of some things already done to it then, huh?
Nope. There was nothing done to it. It was completely stock. It was like a small chrome shop on exit 23 in PA. So I bought it from there. I installed it myself.
Okay. All right, got it. Let's have a look on the inside. There's when you showed me the inside earlier, I felt that some folks needed to be able to see this. But this is a working man's truck, man.
Yeah.
So tell us about this steering wheel.
It's a 14-inch steering wheel. I lowered it a little bit,
So what kind of feeling does that give you when you're riding?
It's comfortable. It was a little weird at first, It was a little bit hard to get used to it, but now I can go back to a bigger steering wheel.
That's cool. And then what do you got going over here on the shifter?
Yeah, it's an 18-speed with the splitter there, a little old school style to it. Yeah,
I like it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So how many miles do you have on the truck?
Right now, I bought it with 1.3 miles on it actually, and I have and now 1.5. Yeah.
I was talking to a gentleman a little bit ago, and I asked him about his favorite place to stop that had really good food. So, of the times that you've been out here, you got any places like that you want to share that you enjoy stopping at?
Honestly, this is my first time down in Florida, so this is the first stop I made, and I like it here so far, man. Yeah. There's some good food here too. To be honest with you, I usually try to get home almost every day, so I take some food from home. I usually cook it up or warm it up inside, eat it. I usually spend one night out and I come back home. Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, that some guys would want to have that kind of lifestyle, especially when they can take some home cooking with them. I don't think you're cooking food on your off time and then putting it in the truck. So you got to give a shout out to somebody that's feeding you, sending you with food and everything.
Definitely my wife, Yadi. Yeah. She's the one at home doing everything over there. Yeah.
That's cool.
And my 3 kids. I got 3 little boys at home too. So that's mainly the reason why I try to get home every day.
Cool. What's their names? So give them a shout out too.
Oh man, Jose, Michael, and Adrian.
All right, right on. Now, anybody over in Puerto Rico you want to give a shout out to?
Puerto Rico, Man, my whole family's over there, except my parents and my sisters.
Yeah.
They're over here.
All right, rattle off some names real quick.
Everybody else is over there in Puerto Rico.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
No names.
No names?
There's
All
too
right.
many
Okay,
people
too
over
many?
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Jose, tell me about the influence that you had in trucking, and who was that?
That was definitely my father. He's the one that, he did his years in Puerto Rico, and I was able to, he moved here to do it too. I was able to do it for him. And every decision I've made, he's the one that pushes me to it. So definitely he's my biggest influencer here.
Yeah. So how many years did he drive from Puerto Rico?
He did, I want to say, closer to 19, 20 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said that you did it for him here. What does that mean?
That, you got me there, man.
Yeah. That you kind of, is he retired now? Or you just say, hey, I don't want to drive in the States. And you kind of, you said, hey, I want to drive. So
yeah. So he is retired now. He's living the dream now.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to do it here. He knew the language was going to be a barrier for him.
Okay.
And
that makes sense.
Yeah. And he went out, did something else.
Yeah.
And I just did it.
Cool. All right. Well, you got to give him a little shout out. Say something to him for him.
Yeah.
Because you did mention that he watches these videos a lot, and I think it's kind of cool to kind of run across you, meet you here for the first time. So say something that to him. Give him a little shout out.
Man, I just want to say we made it. We made it down to Florida. We all those years have kind of paid off already. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. You mentioned that you become an owner-operator with your own authority. So how did the steps to become an owner-operator go for you? And the reason why?
It's a lot of work, a lot of researching.
Yeah.
I've been on my own trying to get everything done. Yeah. Me and my wife, we've done everything possible to make it to this point. So far it's been great. Been out for almost 8 months now on my own, so it sure hasn't been easy, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Yeah.
Well, what were some of the reasons that you wanted to get your own authority?
It's just there's no reason why you should be giving other people your money, what you're working for, when you could do it on your own. Yeah.
So what did it feel like once you and your wife made the next step? What did that feel like for you?
It was great doing what you want to do, not what other people tells you to do or just throws you out there. Yeah. So it's definitely a big difference there.
Yeah. So what process do you use to find the loads that you want to haul?
There's a lot of apps out there right now that you could just go out and download them, give them your info, your insurance, and just book them. Yeah, you call your own brokers and they'll help you out, grabbing the loads for the right amount of money, and you just haul them.
So you feel that it's gotten a little simpler then?
A lot more easier than before. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
So do you think the time and investment, because you mentioned researching and things like that, so you think the time and investment has paid off?
Oh yeah, definitely. Big time. Yeah. I wouldn't be down here if it wasn't for all that.
Right on. Now being here in Florida for the first time, where do you see yourself going or hauling into?
I want to keep it on the East Coast. Yeah. Like I said before, I kind of like to be closer to home.
So far, what's been the best time in trucking? It may have been like a really cool load or a really cool place that you got to go, or maybe the family with you in the truck. What's been like one of the coolest times in trucking so far?
One of the coolest times, I want to say, going up to the shows. Honestly, I've done a few shows up in PA.
Okay, which shows?
Like Lanita, Specialized up there. They have a bunch of beautiful trucks up there. Okay. Yeah, and going out with the kids. Gotta say, I really enjoy that, man.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's very cool. And this is a viewpoint question, because sometimes people will look back on things. They say hindsight is 20/20. So, and that was a horrible year. So I don't even like using that expression. But have you had any regrets about anything so far in trucking? And if so, what would you have done differently?
I don't think I have any regrets, man. To be honest with you, everything that I went through, getting my CDL, and to be honest, being out here by myself, basically, nobody helping me out or telling me, oh, do this, try this. I've done everything basically by myself. So I've learned a lot from my mistakes, and I don't think I have any regrets, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's really good to hear.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, and we hope to see you again. Again, this truck is looking real sharp, and maybe we'll see you soon at some shows or something that you stop into, man.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you,
awesome.
man.
All right, see you.